Wahome show, where we get to inspire, educate, and motivate. So today, I have a very special guest whom I'm going to introduce to you shortly. This guy is a man of many hats. His journey or his life has not been a bed of roses. So today he's here with us and he's going to share with us his journey, his life experience. So I would like you to watch this video till to the end. And if you are new here, please consider subscribing. So Wilson,
yes.
Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes.
Steve. Yes.
Actually, I've heard so much about you.
Yes.
I've heard the things you've been doing,
Yeah.
especially to the youths in Kirinyaga and beyond.
Yes.
And that's why today I've decided to call you and grace this show.
Yes.
So Wilson, please tell us about yourself. Who is Wilson?
Yeah, thank you so much, Steve. So my name is Wilson Wahome. I serve in different capacities, but I also serve with One Hope Kenya, which is an international NGO. I serve as the National Youth Coordinator in Kenya. And the reason why I connected with One Hope is because I also have my own organization that I began. I'm a co-founder of UTQ Youth Network that I began registered in 2006, and I began it when I was in high school. So I'm also a husband and a father of 2 boys. So
wow.
That's me.
Wow, a husband and a father of 2 boys.
Yes.
Congratulations, my friend. Now, basically, when you look at the social media, different platforms here and there, you find that UTQ stands out.
Yes.
And maybe someone outside there is wondering, what is this UTQ? UTQ, what is the meaning of UTQ? Can you please elaborate? Tell us.
Yes, I think I'll start by just giving a brief background. So when I was in high school, I discovered my talents, and I began doing dancing. We started a group, and we began dancing and entertaining people, and then I started writing my own songs. Then in the course of time, we started asking ourselves, what name can we use? So there's somebody who came up with the name United. Another one came up with the name Teens, because we were teenagers. And another one came up with the name On a Quest for God. So it was United Teens on a Quest for God. And in the course of time, we went beyond just dancing. We started even doing ministry to high schools, doing talent programs, and in the course of time, because of even the age factor, we were no longer teenagers. So we had to change the T to reflect our vision, because our vision is about transforming the lives of young people. So now UTQ stands for United Transformers Qualified by God.
United Transformers
Qualified
by God.
Not men.
Qualified by God.
Qualified by God, because it has been a journey of grace.
Okay.
It has been a journey of God's grace. And it's through the UTQ that I've been able to connect to different other ministries and different other organizations. And that's why I joined One Hope International as the National Youth Coordinator, because I connected with One Hope through the UTQ programs. And now I'm so glad that God gave me the capacity to serve even at the national level. Yeah.
Oh, that's very, very, very true. You know, I've been watching you. I've been following you through Facebook account. There's UTQ there, and I've seen some of the things you people have been doing. Yes. And sometimes I get to wonder, where do you get this energy? Because actually in the world of today, doing those activities you people are doing, it needs money. It requires money, you know, to move, to facilitate, to move from one school to another, to minister to people. What inspires you? Where do you get all this energy to do all these things?
I think my greatest motivation is purpose. It's not because of the money that we move, but when you look at the background of UTQ when we began, we were very young. For me, I stayed for 7 years before joining university or college, and within those 7 years, that was a time of discovery. That's when I came to discover who I am and who God has called me to be. So especially after I gave my life to Christ, and then I started asking myself, what will it profit a man if you gain the whole world, and then you lose your own soul? And I was looking at the situation of young people in Kenya, that we are so many of us, but the world out there and the people out there were thinking about young people from a context of people who are rebellious, people who are in sexual immorality. And so I felt deep within my heart that I would like to be part of God's vision in raising a generation of young people who fear God, and people who are focused in life, people who are purpose driven. And so that passion for young people has been my driving force. And I believe that when you discover your purpose, then purpose comes with provision. God brings the right people your way, God brings the right resources your way, and you're able now to move on. I believe that UTQ has not yet achieved maybe its full purpose, but we are on track. And God has brought, like, One Hope came in as a resource organization. So we were going to schools preaching, but we didn't have anything to give to the students. There were no follow-up programs. We just went, as I call it, hit and run ministry. Hit and run. We just go and preach, and then give their life to Christ, and then you just leave. But then God brought other resourceful organizations like One Hope International that has been equipping us with materials for young people. And we also have Biblica Kenya that came on board for the last, I think, 5 or so years. We've been working with them. And we are also trying to find ways of partnering with other organizations for in the context of even finances. But we have been funding ourselves in UTQ. But now for the purposes of sustainability, we are looking for ways that we can expand that and have partners who can even support financially. But we've had that happen in the past, like in prison ministry every year. We go to Kerugoya prisons, we go to children's home, and we have seen people partner with us even through the Facebook, social media, and people give wholeheartedly. Yes.
Which is good. Now, maybe someone who is actually following this clip is wondering, is UTQ opened to everybody, or how is it? If someone wants to join, are there ways in which you can join UTQ? Or okay, let's say for example I want to join, or I want to become a member. Am I allowed to become a member, or there are other ways in which one can do that?
Yes, UTQ is it's an open organization that you can join, but of course for every organization there are those rules and regulations that you have. There are standards that you have to set, because we've had so many people who want to join. Some of them are not even born again, but now we have created a Google form whereby people fill their details, and we are able to see and understand what they are coming to do in the organization. So number one qualification for you to be a member, you have to be born again, and you must have the passion for young people. But now we have other people who are maybe associates, people who don't want to be members, but they want to support what we are doing. So for that, you don't have to be born again for you to do that. So we have different levels of engagement with different people, and so anyone who wants to join, we usually send them a link whereby we are able to register them, for them to be able to serve.
So how many are you so far? How many are you?
Currently we are, let me say, between 30 and 40, because you still have some people who have been joining recently, and we have created a leadership development strategy within the UTQ. One of the greatest strengths in UTQ is that we have had so many of the young people joining, but then we have realized that we need to streamline all those things. So the people who are very active in our day-to-day missions are around 10 people.
Around 10.
Those who are active and available. But there are others maybe who are in different other places. Some went to Nairobi, but they are still in UTQ, serving in different other capacities. Probably even they give some financial support. Others they just provide the leadership. Yeah, but we've been having that open mindset that as many people as possible they can join for the purposes of advancing the kingdom. I believe that teamwork makes a dream work, and you cannot, if you can accomplish your dream alone, then it's too small. So when God gave us this vision, we know that we need as many people as possible for us to be able to serve and reach Kenya and beyond.
Okay, so for now, if someone wants to know, UTQ basically is found in Kirinyaga. So you've not moved maybe to other counties, Nairobi, Kisumu, other areas. So for now, it's just within Kirinyaga County.
No, I would say that in Kirinyaga, that was the foundation. That was the starting
point.
And we have our stores, our offices in Kirinyaga, and a big percentage of us in Kirinyaga. But we have done ministry in Murang'a County. We've done more than 50 schools in Murang'a County. We've gone to Tharaka-Nithi. We've done in Embu, in Nyeri, basically in Mount Kenya region. Mount Kenya region is our biggest stronghold. But of course, we now have begun doing ministry and doing connections in Kitui, and we are looking forward. Even as we go there, of course, you have to begin at home.
Yeah,
you have
charity
to
begins at home.
You have to make sure that you maximize.
Yeah. Yes.
We have so many young people in Mount Kenya region, and we are really looking forward to see them grow in the knowledge of purpose, the knowledge of God, and being passionate about their life. Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, Wilson, are you trying to tell me that UTQ, of course, plus other organizations, because someone might be wondering, nowadays there's so many organizations. Some basically are started, and then in the process it becomes a money-making organization. Is UTQ one of them?
Yeah, UTQ making money is not bad. The Bible says that money answereth all things.
Oh yeah.
But UTQ is a charitable organization. It's not a profit-making organization.
Okay, yes.
So basically, that's why we rely on people giving and donating. But on a personal basis, being the person who like a co-founder for UTQ, when you look at how we were able to fund ourselves, it's because we began doing entrepreneurship. We could sell our music. We could sell our, like the t-shirts I'm wearing, it's a UTQ label. We could sell the t-shirts, and I believe that was business making money. But then we were making that money for the purposes of the ministry, to create sustainability, because we didn't have donors, we didn't have people partnering with us. But now you see, like today you can't sell your albums. But we are still doing pursuing music as a foundation, but basically it's a non-profit organization.
Yeah, thank you, Wilson. Just recently, through your wall, and I guess was it Shelmith? Shelmith is your sister, right?
Yes, my elder sister.
Yes.
One of the founders of UTQ.
Of UTQ.
Yes.
Now I think it was her post. There was this boy from I don't know which secondary was that, who was actually in need of help, and this video actually went viral. And at the end, the boy was able to was assisted, and the school fees was cleared. Right. So I just wanted to congratulate UTQ in general, those who made it possible for this boy to join or go back to school. That was actually good. So tell me, Wilson, today you find that most of the youths, the reason why I want to ask you this question is because this organization, UTQ, basically deals with the youths. So today you find that most of the youths are into drugs, drug addicts. They take alcohol, bang, cigarette, they are into sexual immoralities and all that kind of stuff. What can you tell them, those who are listening and those who are watching this channel? What can you tell them, a youth there who is into drugs, what can you tell him or her?
Yeah, maybe before I get to that issue of the drugs, maybe I'd like to just appreciate also everyone who has been supporting us. And it's good to say that was one case of Kangema boys. In UTQ we have different departments, and one of the department is about welfare, and we try to raise support for people who are in need as needs arises. So we had so many people through the social media network that were able to support, and we've had such cases in other schools, and so we really pray and hope that people will continue with the same momentum so that we can make this world a better place.
Yeah, true.
Having said that, I work for One Hope International also, and there's a research that was done that is called Global Youth Culture.
Youth Culture.
For those watching, maybe you can go and just search globalyouthculture.net, and it forms the basis from which we do our ministry, because it was able to gauge the situations of the youth in Kenya, issues to do with sexuality, immorality issues, homosexuality, all those things, and one of the other factors is drug abuse. And I believe that your level of discipline in life is determined by your knowledge of purpose. So most of the people who are abusing drugs, basically it's because there is something that is leading them to that. So if they don't know their purpose in life, then they can be lured by anything that comes. And so what I can say to these young people is that there is more to life, and that your life has a meaning, your life has a purpose. There is a reason why God created each and every one of us. And so it's up to you to discover that purpose. And when you discover your purpose in life, it creates a form of discipline. There are things you can do, and there are things you will say no to. And there is power in saying no to something when you see it's a distraction to your dream. And the best example I like giving is the example of Joseph in the Bible. He was a young man who had a dream, and people were not very accommodative after he shared his dream, because his dream seemed so big. And one of the things that really happened is that there was something that was to come and stop him from achieving that dream. And that example that is given in the Bible is about that woman who was very attractive, and she prepared the way for him to come and lay with her, but Joseph ran away.
Yeah, that's true.
So in life, you have to reach that point whereby you're so much focused with the dream that you have, such that you don't allow any distraction. And drugs, I think drugs, it's a big distraction. I've had even some classmates we were with in high school, people who are very bright, but in the course of time they became drug addicts. Those who didn't change, right now many years later, their lives has gone down. But those who purpose to change and focus, they are now responsible people, some of them with families. And so it's so exciting to see a young person who is focused in life.
So our viewers, as Wilson is putting it clearly, it is good to discover your purpose, know your worth, in other words, because in the world we are living in today, these things are there, especially when it comes to drugs. And of course, you cannot just wake up one day and say, okay, today I want to go and take alcohol, I want to go and take bang. No, sometimes even the friends whom we associate with can always lure us into this. So if you are a youth outside there, please take care of yourself, discover your potential, know your purpose. Now, Wilson, you know that we are almost going for a general election.
Yes.
We are in the, we call it electioneering period.
Yes.
And year in, year out, anytime we go for elections, you find that the youths are the ones who are being misused to cause chaos, violence here and there. It has been every election. We are so much used to it. So what is your word? What can you tell the youths outside there?
Let me tell you at first, recently last month I went to Mombasa and I was so disappointed. I went to a certain barber shop, and there, it was full of young people, and most of them were saying that they are not ready to vote. And that was so discouraging. And the reason why is because they feel like there is no good candidate for them to vote for. But I would like to say that saying that you will not vote is also voting for the wrong,
the wrong
leader.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a book I was reading some time back. It's called African's Enigma. It talks about that Africa is so rich, but at the same time Africa is poor.
Is poor. Absolutely.
Because there is so much potential in Africa that is not utilized.
Yes.
In the same way, when you look at the population of Kenya, we have a big percentage of young people.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actual statistic, but I left it at I think it's almost 80%.
80%
of young people, and you see we have the power to make the change. We have the power to bring up a leader and say this is the person that we are going to vote for.
Absolutely.
But now we've been made to have a mindset that makes us feel like we are under the mercy of the non-politicians.
Yeah.
And so they have created that narrative, and so young people don't see the potential. But I believe, and I believe that God has raised us and given us the privilege at such a time as this, that we can change that narrative, that we can inspire the young people and make them see that they have the power to bring the change that they want to see. So we should never give up. The worst thing that one can do in life is to give up just because things have been, there's corruption, there's tribalism, all these politicians who are trying to just feed themselves. We should not give up because of them. Yeah, but I would tell every young person that you have the power to vote for the right people, and we can pray for our country, but beyond prayer, we need to also unite as young people, and ask ourselves, where do we want to see Kenya in the next few years? Yeah, so I believe it's possible. It's possible for us to vote for even a youthful leader.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of making decisions and saying we shall not be bought by money. We shall pursue and follow purpose and follow people who are thinking something about our country. Yeah.
That's very true, very true, very true. I had asked that Wilson, when it comes to elections,
yes,
people normally fight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe because I wanted this leader, and maybe he has been defeated, and we are not contented with now the results.
Yeah.
And then chaos erupts, and we start fighting. You even fight your neighbor. You even fight your friend.
Yes.
So I want you to look at this camera and tell them as the youths of this nation, and because you normally have a say, when we reach at that point or such a situation, as a youth, what can you do? Do you need to take law into your hands and start fighting your neighbor because your favorite maybe politician was not elected? No.
Yeah. So I've had that experience in the past. I have friends who were saying that they were so disappointed by the fact that they have lived in a certain place for a long time, and just because of elections, a friend maybe was even violent against them. And I'll tell young people, when you look at all these politicians, right now we have, because it's in the public domain, we know that people like the current president and the former prime minister, they were rivals, and people were fighting during that time. But now these guys have come together.
They have come together. They are brothers now.
And they are working as brothers.
Yeah.
And even that time when we were fighting, when the citizens were fighting, these guys were safe in their space.
Yes.
It's politics. So I would like to tell young people that you should not get to that point of taking law into your hands. This is politics, and politics can go in any direction. So you should not allow the negative comments or statements by politicians or incitement or even being paid so that you can be violent, because at the end of it all, it's you who is going to suffer. It's your sister, it's your brother, it's your mother, it's somebody that a normal citizen like you that is going to suffer. So it's important for us to just stay focused and do the best that we can. Let us vote, and after voting, just go home and relax and wait for the results. And then the person who shall come as the elected leader, we shall work with that person. Yeah, just give it your best.
That's very true. Those are good words. In short, let us maintain peace. Peace is very important. In fact, most of these politicians, they don't know you and I. They don't know us. Those top politicians, they do not know us. They have their own children. Some of them go to international schools. Some of them are even studying abroad. But you are here. So why must we fight? So this time round, as youths, we are hoping for the best. No matter the outcome, Whoever will be chosen or elected as the president will be there to support that person, but let us not shed blood. So thank you sana, Mr. Wilson.
You're most welcome.
And I want you to look at this camera and tell whoever is watching to subscribe. This is Tivomba Show. Very important.
Yeah,
make sure
you subscribe to this channel.
Yes.
I believe that we are the change that we want to see, and so your support is so much important, because it's because of the vision that this guy had that I am here today.
Yes.
And so we can encourage this vision and make sure that we listen to the right content. God bless you so much for even watching.
Thank you so much, Wilson, for those good words. And for more stories like this, inspirational stories, always make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, so that anytime we come up with a story, we post a story, you'll be the first person to get notified. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. Hi.